Welcome to the $100 MBA Show, the business podcast that gives you the skills you need and has you leaving with a smile on your face with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zinholm. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. And today you will learn, should you join a mastermind group? A mastermind group is a group of people that meet on a regular basis to help each other accomplish their goals. I'll be talking about all the positives and the negatives of being a part of a mastermind group. Does it help your business? Does it harm it? Let's get down to business and find out. This episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by Nadex, Binary Options Trading. As a listener of the $100 MBA Show, you appreciate how far $100 can go, and so does Nadex. For just $100, you can get started with Nadex. With Nadex Binary Options, you trade on whether you think the market will be above or below a certain point by a certain time. Go to Nadex.com and open up a free account. That's Nadex, Nadex.com. Futures, options, and swaps trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. So let's talk about mastermind groups. Should you join a mastermind group? Are there any negatives? And if you're interested in being in a mastermind group, how do you find one? How do you become a part of one? Let's talk about it. So let me first just elaborate on what a mastermind group is. It's a group of your peers, people that are doing something similar to you. Maybe you are starting an online business and there are other people that are starting online businesses, and you guys meet on a regular basis, maybe once a week for an hour, and you basically sit down together and discuss your goals, what you're going to be working on this week, next month, and the whole point is to keep each other accountable so you reach your goals in a timely manner. So I've been a part of a few mastermind groups. I'm a part of one right now. So let me talk to you a little bit about why a mastermind group could be helpful. So usually on these weekly calls, you could do it through Skype or you could do it through Google Hangouts or whatever you prefer. You can do it through the phone if you want. But usually it's a group of people, maybe about 3, 4, 5. Some people that have mastermind groups as large as 10 people where they sit down and you basically go around the table and you talk about what you're working on. People give you advice, they give you feedback, and vice versa. Obviously, you're going to be giving feedback and giving advice to other people too. So the point of the whole thing is to grow together, to help each other out, and obviously, again, to keep each other accountable. Now, this could be very helpful because starting a business can be lonely. You're doing this alone, and it's good to have like-minded people, and eventually these people become your friends. It's also good to get feedback from other people, to hear from other people what they think of what you're doing, of what you're creating, of what you're building, the direction your business is going in. Now, this is not really a coaching program because usually this is a group of your peers, and this could be as simple as 3 or 4 people that you know, and you just want to meet together to kind of discuss what you're working on. It's nothing formal. You don't have to have some sort of certification or anything like that. I talked a little about support, but what's really nice about a mastermind group is that you do feel like you have other people that got your back, that they're going to help you out when you're in a rut, when you're feeling unmotivated, and they're going to push you through those rough times. They also can help you in terms of maybe helping you market your brand or business when you're launching something. And you do the same for them. So it's sort of like a network or an exchange program where you guys help each other out because you're all in it together. Now, are there any negatives to mastermind groups? Well, there's a couple. One is that sometimes if you are matched up with a group or people that are not your peers or maybe a little bit ahead of you, then you're going to find that maybe the mastermind group will be a bit of a waste of time over some time. You might feel like, I'm not really getting anything out of it because people are maybe not at your level or they're maybe a little bit behind you in your advancement as an entrepreneur. And that's fine. Everybody's at a different level. And you might find yourself growing out of a mastermind group because you've moved on and maybe the other people in the group haven't moved as quickly as you have. So mastermind groups are not really written in stone, but you need to stay flexible. So you have to understand that they still could be your friends and everything, but maybe if the group is not really benefiting you as much as it used to, you need to up your game a little bit and go to a group or be a part of a mastermind group of people that are of your peers now or a little bit more advanced. The other thing is that when you get feedback from other people, especially in a mastermind group, these people that you respect, you need to take everything with consideration, with a grain of salt. You can't just take everything for face value. Feedback is always great to have, just have these ideas in mind, you have them on the table. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's right for you. Sometimes you just got to stick to your guns and realize that this feedback, it's good and it has its place, but don't let it cripple you. Sometimes people will get feedback and they feel like, I don't know what to do. I'm getting all this different feedback. Which direction should I go? Take it into consideration, use it in your decision, but at the end of the day, you make the decision for your own business. You're the one who has to live with these decisions, so make sure that you take it in consideration, but don't feel like you have to follow everybody's feedback blindly. All right, so how would you find a mastermind group if you wanted to join one? Well, it's really important for you to be involved in the community that you're a part of. Say, for example, you're a podcaster, or maybe you're into video marketing, or maybe you have an online business that sells physical goods like t-shirts. So I'm sure there's blogs around there in your genre, in your market, that you can be a part of and start commenting and meet people on these blogs and these forums. Maybe you're a part of a group like the $100 MBA and you can meet people in our forum. And the point is that you meet these people in these different venues, and you could just take the initiative and say, I'm forming a mastermind group. Would you like to be a part of it? And you could start out small, like 3 people. That's fine. And then maybe you can add more people later on. Maybe not. It's up to you. So a part of it is just reaching out to people and taking the initiative to form the group yourself. If you're not the kind of person that feels like forming your own mastermind group, you can find other people that are looking for a mastermind through this resource called mastermindfinder.com. This is a site that was built and created by a friend of ours, Julia Tunstill. Check out her site, mastermindfinder.com, and it's easy to get started and figure out if you can find people that you can mastermind with. The mastermind doesn't actually happen on the site, but you do get to meet the people that you would like to form a mastermind, and you can do it on Skype or Google Hangouts or whatever you like. All in all, I do recommend you joining a mastermind group. It's a great way to get some support, get some feedback, and also just be around like-minded people. You are affected by the environment and the people you're around. Jim Rohn says that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so you really should take that to heart. That wraps up today's lesson. Guys, just a few exciting announcements I want to share with you. Recently, I announced that we are opening up enrollment for our Lab personal business coaching program. If you want to get started with your business, if you need the guidance, the focus, the clarity that you need to make it happen, then you should really check out 100mba.net/lab. There are limited spots, but we do have spots open, so you should check us out. We've made sure our lab program is affordable and attainable for people that really want to make it happen. I hope to see some of you guys in the program soon. The other announcement is really exciting. Next week, we're starting our new podcast, Webinar Ninja. The $100 MBA show is not going anywhere. We are here to stay. Every day you're going to get a lesson from us. But this is a whole new podcast that we've been working on for some time. It's all about the world of webinars. It's about teaching. It's about presenting. It's about speaking. It's about selling. It's about a lot of things. It's about how to use this medium of communication to be a better entrepreneur. And obviously, we talk about the world of webinars in this podcast. If you're not familiar with Webinar Ninja, it's a new webinar platform that Nicole and I have been working on and is going to be pre-launched the same time we come out with the actual podcast. If you want to learn more about the podcast and our platform, check out webinarninja.co. If you do a mastermind, Webinar Ninja is a great tool to use to do mastermind groups on. All right, guys, I want to leave you with this. Regardless if you join a mastermind group or not, whenever you receive feedback from friends, from family, from other entrepreneurs, from mentors, it's really important for you to take it as a way to improve your business, to be better as an entrepreneur. Often, we're very, very sensitive when it comes to our business. We love our business. We see it as our baby, and we're very defensive sometimes when we get feedback. I know that this is something I had to work on in the beginning because you really have a lot of passion for it, and you don't want to hear anything negative about it, But the point is that these people are really trying to give you some good advice and help you out. And even if they're not trying to help you out, and maybe there's just truth in what they're saying. So just take it on board, see it as a way to improve your business, and just say thank you. Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to give it a think. I've been taking down notes. Whatever it is you're going to say to them, make sure you let them know that you appreciate them giving feedback, because at the end of the day, when people give you feedback, you can alter, you can modify, you can improve your offering in a lot better fashion. We talked about this in the Ideal Validation course that we have on the $100 MBA for free. So you can really, really fine-tune and improve your business with good feedback if you're open to it. But if you're very defensive and you're like, I don't want to hear anything from anybody, then, you have to remember that you don't have to take everything. You don't have to do everything people say, but you can listen. You can take it into consideration. Sometimes, half the stuff is going to be like, oh, it doesn't really apply to me, or that doesn't really work. But you can say to yourself, hey, maybe I could take a part of that. Maybe I can implement that. Maybe I can improve that. Try to detach your own ego from the actual business or the business entity of your life. All right, guys, I'll check you in the next episode. Take care.